Meditation does not give you peace instantly, and those who do not know this spend their entire lives meditating the wrong way. The truth is, sometimes meditation makes you more restless than before, and this is exactly why so many people around the world start meditation but abandon it within just a few days. Have you ever noticed? The moment you close your eyes seeking peace, your mind suddenly becomes even louder. Old memories begin to surface. Those people come to mind, the ones you were trying to run away from. Those mistakes resurface, the ones you thought you had forgotten, and just a few minutes later, you open your eyes with a little frustration, and a voice rises from within. Perhaps meditation is not for me. But here a deeper truth is hidden. If during meditation your mind becomes louder, it does not mean you are doing something wrong. The truth is, this is the first door of meditation, and those who understand this door, their journey towards peace becomes something else entirely. In 1987, Harvard psychologist Daniel Wegner conducted a strange experiment. He told people just one thing. Think of anything you want. Just do not think about a white bear. The result was astonishing. The harder people tried not to think about the white bear, the more that very white bear kept returning to their minds. This phenomenon was called ironic process theory. The human mind is a strange machine. It is very weak at understanding negative commands. When you tell yourself, "I must not think about this," the mind treats it as a threat, and immediately its alarm system activates. The amygdala fires, the mind believes something important is happening, and then it generates even more thoughts to keep you alert. You are searching for peace, but the mind has slipped into survival mode. This is why during meditation, restlessness sometimes grows even stronger. But the wisdom of Sanatan Dharma speaks of something even deeper. Thousands of years ago, Maharishi Patanjali wrote in the Yoga Sutra, Yoga, Chitta, Vritti Nirodha. This sutra was written at a time when people were not tired of the jungle, but of the noise within themselves. Exactly the way you are tired today. People often interpret this as, stop your thoughts. But that is not the truth. The word nirodha does not mean forceful suppression. It means to understand them and to slowly witness their grip loosening. Our ancient sages understood the mind as a still lake. The waves that rise in this lake are called Chitta Vritti, old memories, fear of the future, unfulfilled desires. These are all the waves of that very lake. And when does the mistake happen? When a wave rises and you jump onto that wave, you begin to fight with your thoughts. You begin to ask, why did this thought come? Why am I so restless? And the moment you begin fighting with your thoughts, you are not calming the lake. You are throwing more stones into it. Now imagine a small scene. It is 2 a.m. The entire city is asleep, but your phone is in your hand. You are scrolling, one reel after another. Your eyes are tired, but your mind refuses to stop. Finally, you put the phone aside and close your eyes, and then the very thing happens that you were trying to escape. Old memories begin to return, an old pain, an old mistake, an old fear. Your breath begins to quicken, and you tell yourself, I wish my mind could be at peace. Once a man said to me, I have been meditating for 6 months, but I still cannot sleep at night. There was exhaustion in his eyes, and I understood he was not meditating. He was fighting with his own pain. Advaita Vedanta calls this Chitta Ashuddhi. Your mind is not restless. It is overloaded, and the moment you sit for meditation, the pressure valve of the mind begins to open. all the accumulated weight starts pouring out. But here lies another psychological lock that is essential to understand. There is a law in physics, entropy. Every system slowly moves toward disorder, and your mind does the same. When you sit in meditation and try to forcefully control your mind, you are fighting against nature itself, and that is why you feel exhausted. Advaita Vedanta says, stop fighting, because this very fighting is the root of all restlessness. So then the question arises, if we are not to fight the mind, then how do we find that infinite peace which already exists within us? The secret is hidden in a place you would never even think to look. That place is the silence between a thought and you. That silence has a name. The sages called it Sakshi Bhava, witness consciousness. But before understanding this secret, one scientific truth must be understood. Modern neuroscience tells us something fascinating. The brain is a pattern recognition machine. The mind always repeats what it considers important. When you fear a thought or grow angry at it, your brain marks it important. And then that very thought keeps returning again and again. But something very strange begins to happen in the mind. When you observe a thought without any reaction, without anger, without fear, without judgment, the mind slowly begins to mark it irrelevant, and then that thought begins to fade on its own. This is Patanjali's Nirodha, not cutting thoughts with a sword, but slowly witnessing their grip loosen. Now imagine a simple scene. You are sitting in a cinema hall. A horror movie is playing on the screen. There is darkness. There are screams. There is fear, and you begin to feel afraid. But ask yourself one question. Is the screen afraid too? No. The screen is completely still. Whether a horror movie plays upon it or a comedy, the screen remains exactly as it is. Your true nature is exactly like that screen, and your restless mind is simply a movie. The mistake happens when you forget that you are the screen and become the character in the movie. The moment you become the character, every restlessness of the mind becomes your own restlessness. You sit in meditation, and an old pain surfaces, and instantly you merge with that pain. You begin to think, why did this happen only to me? This is the trap of Chitta Vritti. This is the cycle that never lets the mind find stillness. Advaita Vedanta has a great saying, Aham Brahmasmi. Its profound meaning is, I am that which can never be restless. So the next time you sit in meditation and the mind grows loud, do not say, I want peace. Simply say, I am watching. A thought arrives. What will happen tomorrow? Your answer, a thought has arisen about tomorrow, and I am watching it. A fear arrives. Your answer, a feeling of fear has arisen in the body, and I am watching this too. The moment you create even a small distance between I and thought, the power of the mind slowly begins to diminish. This is what is called witness consciousness. No miracle is happening here. Simply your mind is shifting from subjective mode into objective mode. Now, right now, in this very moment, do one thing. Close your eyes, take one deep breath, and whatever thought is arising in your mind, simply say this, I am watching. That is all, nothing more. Patanjali says, Tada drashtu swarupe avasthanam. When the waves of Chitta Vritti grow still, the witness rests in its own true nature. This means you do not need to find peace. You are already at peace. You have simply wrapped yourself in a thick blanket of restlessness. The moment you become the witness, that blanket begins to fall away slowly. This journey may sometimes feel long. Sometimes you will lose yourself in the movie again. Sometimes the mind will pull you back. But every time you remember, I am watching, you take one more step closer to your true self. In that restlessness of 2 a.m, or amidst the noise of the office, or in a crowded metro, anywhere, you can remember just this one line: that which is restless is not you. You are simply the witness of that restlessness. Stop searching for peace. Peace is your very nature. Let the mind scream like a child standing in the scorching sun, and you, like a vast silent tree, simply watch. In this stillness that has now arisen within you, can you feel the one who is watching? That is you. And that is the eternal truth. Shivoham, Shivoham. If today these words have stirred something within you, then write just this in the comments: I am watching. And see how many others are walking this same path with you. This journey with eternal Shiva wisdom continues. In every video, a new secret, a new door. We will be waiting for you. Truth is Shiva.